Am I gonna lie and say these $20,000 can cleaning trucks aren't fast? Absolutely not, but I am gonna break down why I'm able to beat these trucks time after time. Stick around to the end of the video for me because I think I'm gonna be able to change your mind if you think that you need this to start your can cleaning business. Firstly, I believe the math on this is simply enough to convince me already. Let's say each of their jobs are making them $50, well, they're gonna have to do 1,000 jobs in order to make the money back to pay off their $20,000 truck. Also, if you think I did the math wrong on that, you can go ahead and check yourself. Well, when I'm doing jobs, I'm simply making profits on every single job. If I did 1,000 jobs, boom, I got $20,000 in the hole. The big thing that I like to preach on this channel is to be able to start any kind of business, you have to stay within a safe debt to profit ratio. This isn't to say it's an absolute waste of time. These trucks are quite the opposite, saving you 10 to 20 minutes of labor and spraying off each can each job. This is great from a business owner standpoint because you can easily take care of the fact of being at jobs for too long, allowing you to do more of them. But I hate to say, the truth is that people don't actually care. Before I continue, you guys have been asking me how I keep track of my business. I literally use one app, 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤. 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤 is giving away this Ford work truck in a few weeks to a premium or platinum subscriber of 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤. So if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, give 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤 a try for free. Just click the link in the comment section and the description of this video. 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤 is the fastest way to send estimates, invoices, and secure payment from your customers, and even provide you with real-time business analytics such as close ratio, sales, and expense tracking. Like I was saying, the customer doesn't care. The customer isn't bothered by me hand washing the can, taking 25 to 30 minutes versus you cleaning the cans in 15 because they can't relate to what you're doing. The customer can see me hand washing their cans, hooking up to their water, and can relate to what mine looks like I'm doing. I can guarantee you guys who are doing these jobs with big old trucks aren't getting tips and are having trouble creating relationships with their customers. And I can say their relationship with gas struggles as well. I of course don't know specifically how much gas they have to use when they drive around or even per truck, but I can guarantee it's not good at all in comparison. Like I was saying, in comparison to I fit all my equipment into my car and I get 35 miles to the gallon, which even if I used a truck, it would still be important that I'm getting significantly better than their trucks. Because now a couple struggles of theirs start to come into play. They're in debt, not keeping a lot of the money they make because they have to reduce their profits when I raise mine through the roof. Now, maybe I've hit them too hard and I should give you a reason why you should buy one of these. Just kidding. I haven't even mentioned how difficult the storage of this truck would probably be just based on the size. Truthfully, you'd probably have to rent out somewhere that wouldn't mind the smell of all the nasty water and junk going from the cans into the truck. Then it's just massive in size and couldn't be easily parked anywhere. Where I live currently, there would absolutely be a problem, resulting in me not being able to continue my business. I know I've already spoken the price, but just to reiterate, most of these trucks that I'm finding cost around $20,000, and that's a stupid amount of money, assuming you'd have to start acquiring the customers first and then pre-sell them before you even get it so that you don't get stuck in debt. Customers are going to absolutely hate this, forgetting about you and wanting to know an exact date of what time you're coming. The customer is going to hate this simply because they want to have services done quickly. That's the problem with a lot of this online marketing, is that these people want us to come almost immediately. Imagine what Facebook or Amazon has done to all of us. I can't even describe to you how many times a day people message me looking for me to come the day of that message. They don't even think that I need time to prepare or that I don't have something else on my schedule. So even if somebody were to try and pre-sell all of these bookings, which this is probably the strategy I would take if I were going to go down this $20,000 truck route, you're for sure going to lose a lot of these pre-found customers just because you can't do the job and knock them out very fast. Also, from a money standpoint, this strategy of starting your own can cleaning business and needing one of these trucks would leave a young person absolutely stuck. You have to remember they don't have years and years and years of savings in order to jump into a $20,000 investment or even knowledge of how to go about this. I see these kind of guys on YouTube all the time advertising that this is the proper way to start your own can cleaning business if you're new to the industry. But as somebody who's run multiple businesses, we need to stop lying to people because this is just an unachievable standard to set for somebody who wants to start a brand new business. Take into consideration of how you can start an actual business that is surely a side hustle and is going to bring you a bunch of money over time, allowing you to build up your savings, potentially even using it to buy one of these trucks one day or not. But by far, I think I need to say that this is not a prerequisite of starting your own can cleaning business. My videos should have taught you that already. Like I said before, these are only available to guys who have had years of money making experience in order to afford the maintenance and even purchasing of such a tool. Believe it or not, I've heard countless stories of guys who had to stop their business and sell their big trucks because they can't maintain them or afford them. It's funny because these trucks are super glamorized. It's like, wow, this guy's doing so good for himself, but he's not talking about what he's paying monthly for one of these trucks. Small business really is kind of like an ocean. You're gonna have sharks coming after you, trying to take your business, giving bad recommendations your way, and just fighting for the spotlight. So don't get yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. Also, whenever I was talking about maintenance of these trucks, I get comments all the time of people saying I need to store and get rid of the water from my can cleaning, when in reality the customer knows I wash it off the concrete and they appreciate it, but these guys are storing it in their trucks. It's wrecking the smell of their truck trucks, making it even harder to store, and somebody has to get in there and clean it out. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. In my opinion, I run this business very efficiently, and I've run multiple other businesses without having to do and spend what other guys are to maintain them. I also wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of maybe an unscripted kind of piece of these videos, make them a little longer for y'all, just in case you want to get more information and more juice. This doesn't only relate to can cleaning. This kind of stuff can transfer over into mobile detailing. Let me give you an example. Whenever you think about how like I'm doing mobile detailing jobs, these guys are offering 20, 30, 40 different services. They have a list that is non-stop. It's endless, right? You can make more money. You'd be able to go to do mobile detailing jobs and make $300 or $400, $500. But the difference there is that you're having to stay at that job for 6 hours, 7 hours, maybe shorter, but something in the range of that. That's a lot of time, and you can't do that many. You could do one job a day at that point. Whenever I'm doing jobs, I can do less services for mobile detailing. Therefore, I have less equipment, right? I'm spending less money on my equipment, spending less money on the services that I can offer, but I'm able to get in and out of jobs way faster, okay? So whenever you think about this can cleaning truck, $20,000. I probably spent $1,500, maybe $1,600 on my setup entirely for all my can cleaning, and that was before I knew how little I had to spend. Now I could spend much less, right? I haven't tried many other pressure washers, which I'm lucky to have the one that I do now because it is awesome. Riley 1900 PSI electric washer, but it transfers over into every single kind of business model, right? It's always the glamorized things that make people want to start doing those, right? So think about how glamorized it is that like this guy has a $20,000 truck. You see it, he's got his logo on the side of it. It looks beautiful. You see these guys making videos and you're like, dang, why would I want to be the guy over here on the left washing a trash can with a pressure washer, like having stuff blowing up in his face? You don't see the bill that it took to get that guy to that $20,000 truck, right? Nobody that's 15, 16, 17 years old is going to be able to purchase that. I started doing businesses whenever I was 15 years old. I was doing lawn care, and I had no idea what it took to run a business. I was like, man, I want a trailer. I want a big old truck. I want a zero-turn lawnmower that cost me $4,500, and it's a 50-inch, and it's commercial. You don't need that. You don't need that. I had a couple guys that were working for me, a couple of friends in high school, and we were push mowing 30 lawns a week, and you can make money. It's a little bit harder, right? So after you've been in business for a while, you can start to work on things that make your business a lot more comfortable. But whenever you're trying to just work and get straight to that thing that's like the big money shot, the $20,000 trash can cleaning truck, instead of like, okay, you know what, maybe let me buy a pressure washer, let me buy the cords that go with it, let me buy a good pressure hose, a good long 100-foot hose. It might sound stupid, it's too long. It actually is way harder to upkeep than it needs to be, but you know what I mean? These guys, they're not buying hoses, not buying all this stuff, but it's like $1,700 versus $20,000, okay? And trash can cleaning isn't the most lucrative business. You need volume. So I don't know exactly how many customers these guys have. It's got to be a lot, right? But like I said, if they're not pre-selling customers, they're not holding on to that many customers, right? Like that would be the biggest problem. So even if they were making $50 a job, which I mean, I could definitely average $50 a job, they might be charging more. See, that's another thing is you have to think of the little pieces, right? They're going to have to charge more. So customers are going to be less likely to take the jobs, right? Somebody's not going to want to pay $70, $100, $150 for you to clean their trash cans. Because I get the comments all the time. People are always like, why would I pay for somebody to clean my trash can? I'll clean it myself. I just take a hose from the Outback and do it like that. They're not going to do that. But the thought of that for them is easier than thinking, oh man, $150. Most people, I mean, maybe not older people that have jobs, but like somebody who's less fortunate, doesn't have a great job, could be making $12, $15 an hour. $150 at $15 an hour, you know what I mean? Like they're thinking in terms of hours. You know how long it would take them to make that money back. They're not thinking of the investment of, man, I'll have a clean trash can. I won't have to deal with rats, buying rat traps. I won't have to walk outside and not be able to touch my trash can because it's disgusting. Or, you know, just the smell of it. Or like the neighbors look at you weird because your trash can is disgusting and it's full of gravel and it's full of trash and nonsense. Which, it's a trash can, I understand. But it's about investing in your life and investing in your time and investing in comfortability, because in this world, if you don't have comfortability, what do you have, right? So everything's going to come back down to having the right business model. I could start any business that I want to just because I can follow this simple structure of having a good income to debt ratio. These guys are throwing all the money they make right back into the business, but it's not in a good way. You don't want to be paying off your debt while you're doing it. And then most people that I know, that have trash can cleaning trucks are selling them because they can't keep up with it, right? But then they gotta hate on the model that I do, and I'm pressure washing trash cans and inspiring people because anybody can do it. You right here watching this video, I guarantee you can't buy a $20,000 trash can cleaning truck. Why would I buy one? I live in an apartment complex. These guys, there's no way on earth that I would be able to park that here. I'd have to rent a storage unit, right? And then that's what, $200, $250. So if each job is $50, that's 4 or 5 jobs right there that you're making no money from. You're making $0. That's like if all of your expenses a month, right? Say your expenses are $2,500, but your income is $2,200. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? It's too high and you're not making any money every month. Even if your income is $2,500 and you matched it, you're not growing, you're not getting better, and it's not changing, right? So listen to me when I say this. You can start a trash can cleaning business for much less than you think. Stop looking at these guys up there that have all this and all that, and they spend all this money on this equipment, and they got the craziest detailing services that nobody knows about. They're deep cleaning the ceiling of somebody's car. They're just the craziest stuff, hitting all the cracks and crevices. That's not something that's sustainable. You're gonna burn out, you're gonna run out of money, and also, how much can you really be making? Maybe per job you're bringing in more than I am, but are you holding on to these customers? I don't know. Is the customer base that you're having to find harder to reach and costing you more money to reach? That's how I've beat every single trash can cleaning truck that's coming my way. They cost $20,000, mine costs $1,700, and I still win every time.